What's going on, guys? ChillSFM here, taking a look at my best team for the new Color Cup. Yes, this team is very similar to Jonks' team. I actually played this the very start of day one. He played his team at the start of day one. Didn't know what he was running, but we came up with almost the same team. And I actually don't think that that's by coincidence, because I saw a tweet from him the other day complaining about how dark types just don't have a lot of play since poison types have been nerfed. But this league has a really strong poison type, so why don't we put a dark type with it? And I think we were just kind of on the same brainwave there after I saw that tweet. So thanks for the inspiration, Jonkus. A little bit different backline though, right? I'm running Ferrothorn, and he is running Trevenant. I'm also running Shadow Shiftry with Hurricane, whereas he's running the traditional moveset of Foul Play. Hurricane just simmed better. And I know that's a little bit bait dependent, but I feel like as your safe swap, a lot of times I like to play my safe swap in the zero shields, and Hurricane can one-shot the grass types. So Hurricane seemed like the better play here. No one's going to be swapping in their Trevenant anyways into a Shiftry. So I don't know, man, just made sense to me. So let's go ahead and jump into some of these battles. This is my third time recording it, technically. First time I had to fix something with the lighting. Second time I forgot to record. So take three, let's get it going. I did have a very positive day. One more thing. I did have a very positive day with this team. I played 4 sets with it, and I lost 5 battles in those 4 sets. So it was 4-1, 4-1, 4-1, 3-2. And I did not have Elo when I started, so that's why it's question mark up to 2003 7-3, and I actually ended up going to 2390 something my first set today as well. So yeah, teams worked really well for me. I've had a lot of fun with it as well. Flash Cannon one-shotting the Abomasnows is amazing. Hurricane one-shotting other things is amazing. It's fun to play. It's fun to play. But let me know what you thought of the Color Cup so far in the comments down below. All right, for real, let's get into it. So right there, what I did was I built up to the Power Whip on my Ferrothorn, and then I swapped out. Reason being, the Galvantula had debuffed me twice with Lunge, meaning the Power Whips weren't doing as much as they could do. So I wanted to come in with my Toxapex. I don't throw my energy because I already know that this Power Whip's going to take out. And now the Power Whip's going to hit for its full potential, and it does take out. So GG's, well played to my opponent. Up against a lot of really talented battlers in this video. I played tennis, very talented battler with the Toxapex Mirror. Now I did include 2 of these in this video. I know it's not super exciting, but I did want to talk about the difference in the plays that I make in the 2 battles. They're gonna throw first here. I'm not gonna throw on CMP, I don't care if I know. Honestly, I don't care if I know who wins CMP. What I am going to do, however, is I'm going to always pause before I throw the Sludge Wave. I want to make sure that they're not going to swap out and try to catch the Sludge Wave on maybe a Steel type like Ferrothorn and completely waste all of my energy. So there was the pause. I throw the Sludge Wave, and no one's ever going to shield this. Technically you could go brine here and then shield and farm down, but I don't ever want to use a shield in this matchup since I have 2 grass types in the back. If there's a fire in the back, then we've already lost. But I will throw it immediately. We win CMP here. Now, I got a little bit of health here, so I decide, you know what? Let's see if I can make something out of this Toxapex. I hard swap out when there's a Trevenant. They got their own Shiftry in the back. We're going straight for it, and goodbye. So, oh yeah, that's actually the Jonkus line. I didn't know it at the time, but that is the Jonkus line right there. So we were able to take the win there because Hurricane's just so good. It is. All right, so into the next one. Caleb Ping. Caleb Ping has destroyed me 100 times over. I finally got the upper hand here, and it's because I really just kind of core breaking with the Toxapex lead. Don't think he was really prepared for it. I think Arachnid's pretty interesting. I hope that I see a feature on this, because I kind of want to see how Arachnid does do in this meta, but I don't know that I necessarily want to try it myself. So we are resisting all of everything, right? Bubble Beam's resisted, Bug Buzz resisted. Goes Bubble Beam the first time, Bug Buzz the second time. Does get the defense drop on the Bug Buzz. So I'm wondering if we went Bug Buzz from the start, if maybe there was a chance to flip this matchup since he got the defense drop. That's not going to happen very often, so it doesn't really make sense to go for it. Now, I pivoted out, right? And I know that's questionable. That's questionable when there's a Toxapex coming in. But we know that he wouldn't have stayed in that bad lead matchup if he had 2 answers for Toxapex, and Toxapex into Toxapex is neutral. So there's something else that does not want to see Toxapex in the back. I'm going to wait out my switch clock, and I'm going to come in with Ferrothorn. That way I'm keeping some health on my own Toxapex. He hard swaps out into Shadow Charizard. There it is. Definitely a cool pick for this meta. Ferrothorn doesn't really want to see it, right? Everything we're throwing is resisted. I'm not running Thunder. I am running Flash Cannon. We're going to go for Flash Cannon because it's single resisted versus Power Whip, which is double resisted, and it connects. And look how much that does. This game's over at this point. We can just come in with Toxapex and we can completely farm down. We'll have to throw up 1 shield. He might make it to 2 Dragon Claws, but he won't make it to a Dragon Claw and a Blast Burn. That's what he needs to take out. So Charizard goes down. I'm going to throw this at Brian immediately, knowing that his Toxapex does have energy. Looked like it was CMP. Brian grabs the shield. It wouldn't have quite been lethal from that range, but it would have been pretty close. Putting in Poison Jab downrange or Bullet Seed downrange. I think he undercharged that Sludge Wave just slightly, which was a great play, but we do barely make it to this next Brine, which will be grabbing the final shield. And at this point, my Ferrothorn's healthy enough that really he needs 3 Sludge Waves, or maybe 2 Sludge Waves and a Brine. So we're just going to take this game. And yeah, he realizes it here. That's going to be GG's. Well played. Always good to play, Caleb. Excuse me. All right, into the next one. Yeah, I like all these names that I see. Like, I know these are all really good battlers. So I was very happy with my starting elo, by the way. Very happy with my starting elo. Starting in the 2300s is higher than I expected for sure. But Zacian in the Fantasy Cups, guys. I mean, I know I got that video out late, and I know a lot of people weren't enjoying the Fantasy Cup, but man, it was fun and it was good. It was really good. All right, another Toxapex mirror. I did want to include this because of the end result is different, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it. I did want to showcase it. So another Sludge Wave coming through here. Again, playing it the same. We're going to pause before we throw, make sure that they are staying in with their own Toxapex, and then throwing the Sludge Wave. It's going to come down to a CMP tie. I mean, it looks like mine has better IVs since they got into the red before I got in the red. So yeah, they end up winning CMP, which is fine because now I can come in with Ferrothorn, and I'm going to get the biggest farm down of Ferrothorn's life. We're resisting everything, right? Everything is single resisted, not double resisted. Still double resist, but grass takes super effective. Equates to being single resisted. So Sludge Wave, it hurts, but we leave with 100 energy and we're at over half health. Out comes a Shadow Abomastorm. This is not something my backline loves to see, but this is why we got Flash Cannon. Abomastorm is out of here. In the back, it's going to be a Togedemaru, and the opponent just top lefts. So GG's, well played to my opponent. All right, into the next one. Charizard, Shadow's Charizard lead. Very positive lead. They do swap out into a Lantern. We're going to be able to answer with the Ferrothorn. Or was it? I don't know, I just said it. Guys, I got 2 hours of sleep last night, and I'm recording this at 9 o'clock at night. So if I say some things wrong, I'm sorry. But I didn't want to get this video out, so we're recording. So I built up to the back-to-back surfs. And I'm going to be throwing the first one, or not surfs. See? There we go. There we go. Power Whip. I'm going to get the Bullet Seed down here. We're going to leave with a lot of energy to threaten whatever comes back in. And it was Charizard. That's right. It was Charizard. This time I bait. I just want to make it awkward for them to farm down. I want them to think I have Thunder. We do get the shield there. This time I'm going to go for the Flash Cannon because of, yeah, I might make it to 2 more Power Whips, but they're not going to do that much anyways. And this one does connect, so beautiful. It's honestly best case scenario. They do get their wing attack down, but this energy isn't going far into Toxapex. Even a Blast Burn, it's just not going to do that much. I think they need 3 of them to KO. Yeah, 3 or 2 plus a Dragon Claw on the wing attacks. Anyways, in the back, Chestnut. This would normally be horrible for Shadow Shiftry. But we got Hurricane. This is why I'm telling y'all, Hurricane's the way. Hurricane's the way. And by the way, like, no legacy moves on this team. That's something I really like about this team. Anyways, we one-shot the Chestnut. In comes Zard. Wing attacks are doing a ton. We're going to go ahead and throw the Leaf Blade and grab the final shield. But at this point, we can actually just Snarl down. I'm going to throw up a shield here, and that Snarl is going to be enough to take them out. And that's going to be GG's. Well played to my opponent. All right, into the next one. Up against Ludicolo. Very talented battler. Puts out some really cool teams. Streams over on Twitch as well. I will put a link to his Twitch in the comments down, or in the description down below, rather. Lazo lead, safe swapping into Galvantula. We don't have a good answer for Galvantula. I think that Shadow Shiftry actually does win with Hurricane, but I wasn't thinking about that at the time. I was thinking about how the lunges were going to hit for double super effective, so I came in with Ferrothorn instead. We're only doing resisted damage, so it's going to be really hard to get switch here. It does look like we will win the 0 shield though. So I'm going to be throwing the power whip here, and it does grab a shield. So I guess that's kind of best case scenario, but at the same time, I'm going to have to give the shield right back with my Shiftry. So Shiftry comes in. We're going to throw up the shield here because lunge, again, double super effective, would one shot easily. I'm going to throw 2 snarls, and then I'm going to be throwing the leaf blade. Maybe I should have gone for the full farm down. What was the lead again? I already forgot. Oh, Salazzle. Yeah, maybe full farm down would have been better, and then just full send the Hurricane. I would have had to give up my second shield, and it would have been double debuff. Anyways, out comes Pachirisu. Really cool to see. I don't got one, that's for sure. Those the Thunder Punch, which looks like 2 Thunder Punches plus the Vote Switches will take me out, but not 2 Thunder Punches on their own. I do throw up a shield because I want to get the Brine. It actually goes for the Thunderbolt. I wanted to get through this Brine, and I wanted to grab the shield here. If I grab the shield, I think that I have play, but he doesn't shield. All right, out comes Salazzle. They're at the move right here. I try to catch. I think that actually overfarmed already, right? It's only 2 incinerates. 2 incinerates to the poison fang. Yeah, 2 into the poison fang, which probably wouldn't have been enough. So he's building up to the Dragon Pulse. Unfortunately, we don't catch it. So maybe I was early on the switch. Maybe I was early. Regardless, he's going to be able to take the game here. Dragon Pulse coming through. And that's going to be a GG's. Well played. Always good to play you, Elotocolo. All right. Into the next one. Toxapex into Shadow Swampert. Probably one of the worst leads that you can see. Going to be swapping out into Shifty. And they're staying in, which is really interesting. They're going to be throwing a Hydro Cannon. I know it's only a Hydro Cannon. They only built up to a Hydro Cannon. It does so much. And then they come out with the Pelipper, and I don't know why I threw the Hurricane. I don't know. This is one of the first battles. I guess I just wanted to see. But if I would have thrown double Leaf Blade, we would have grabbed a shield. Hurricane, Leaf Blade's way more energy efficient than Hurricane. It's not even close. It's not even close. Regardless, I am going to come in with Ferrothorn, and I do actually get a really nice Bullet Seed down. Opponent was reaching for the Hurricane and falls just short. And out comes the Toxapex. So Ferrothorn core breaking this team. I mean, once the Pelipper was gone, and Pelipper's just neutral to it regardless. But I'm feeling all right now. I'm feeling all right. We're going to go for the Power Whip. It's going to put them into the yellow. We need one more 2 KO. And this is awkward. I am going to shield. I am going to shield a Sludge Wave. Just because I know it's a guaranteed Sludge Wave versus with the Swampert, I'm going to have to play a guessing game of is it a Earthquake or is it a Hydro? I didn't want to be in Hydro range after taking that Sludge Wave. They do throw up a shield, which is really nice actually. That helps me out. I'm going to eat this next Sludge Wave. That will put me in Hydro Cannon range, but I can build to the back-to-back Power Whips before throwing, so I'll have one loaded, ready to go for that Swampert. They actually throw up a shield here, which is fine by me. I'm going to just immediately throw this next one because I didn't want them to get to another charge move. So we take out the Toxapex. Out comes the Swampert. Can Ferrothorn sweep? Yes, it can. Yes, it can. I'm going to get the sweep with the Ferrothorn. And that's going to be GG's. Well played to my opponent. Honestly, like some people say sweep and it's like, you barely finished off health at 2 Pokemon. No, it finished off the health of the Pelipper, but it took out the full health Toxapex and basically the full health Swampert. All right. Next one, we are kind of RPSing our opponent here. They're coming out with the Swampert. I do decide to go ahead and let the first charge move go. They're running Sludge Wave, which I think at that point you just throw Hydro Cannons. They're going to be more energy efficient. But that just allows me to farm up to 100 energy without really worrying about anything. So we do just that. We farm up to 100. We're gonna throw the power repair. I try to undercharge, which I don't think is possible. But it is. But it is. They survived. We get one more bullet seed. That's amazing. I forgot about that. Out comes the bomb stone. This is why you run flash cannon. Like, flash cannon's just too good not to run. Ooh, I was nervous for a second. I didn't see the light on my mic. We one-shot the bomb stone in the back of Quagsire. So we were poised for another sweep there. Opponent top left. And that's going to be GG's. And that's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like and leave a comment down below. Let me know, are you enjoying the Color Cup? Will you try this team out? It's fun. It's fun. I do recommend it. I do recommend it. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my channel members for your support. Until next time, this is True SFM reminding you to always keep pushing forward.